Hi, 8th grade artists and families. Mrs. Frederick here. Nice to be with you here on curriculum night. Even if we can't be, in the same room together, this video option works well. If we're meeting for the first time, my name's Amanda Frederick. I teach art at Van Hoosen. Happy to get to know your kids this year. And if I've had your kid maybe 6th grade and 7th grade, and this is our 3rd year together, welcome back. Everybody's welcome in the art room, so I'm excited for another great semester with your 8th graders. I'm actually not in the art room. I'm in our blue room in the office, which is kind of a cool space, just in case you didn't know about it. In the office that is available to your students at any time of day, where they just need a break, they need to just kind of zen out a little bit. So this is where I am, in this beautiful blue room. All right, so just a tiny bit about me in case we are meeting for the first time. Like I said, my name is Amanda Frederick. I graduated from Oakland University with my studio art degree, art education K through 12, and I specialized in new media. I'm gonna stop there for just a second because something about new media that I kind of talked to the kids earlier in the semester too is art with technology. And if you've ever been in the Van Hoosen art room or had a student that has had art at Van Hoosen before, we don't really have a lot of art and technology. We do a lot of awesome things, very traditional painting and drawing and sculpture and all kinds of cool stuff. And sometimes newer contemporary things too, but not with technology, except for this year. Later in the semester, we will be receiving a class set of drawing tablets, and I'm so excited. So your students will be able to get to do some projects and even just experiment with drawing tablets for the first time in middle school. So that'll be really cool, and that's to come. So building more technology into the curriculum. And I've been teaching for 14 years. This is my 8th year at Van Hoosen. I taught high school prior. I love middle school though. I love being with your students. I love Van Hoosen. It's just really my home. And let's see, in 8th grade art, we are gonna do a lot more creative thinking. And we do creative thinking in every year that I've had your students, or if you're having art for the first time. 6th grade art though is a little bit more introductory, like just getting our feet wet into having art every single day and getting into that routine. 7th grade art is even a little bit more dipping into some art history, getting to think about a concept and then putting your own idea to it. And 8th grade art, it's an exciting year. I really want to get your students for art at a high school level if they choose to take it. And if they don't, then they just have some really great skills to build and take with them for the rest of their lives. But in 8th grade art, we'll be exploring a lot more concept art and a lot more art history. So giving your students a concept like self-awareness or positivity, something like that. Or looking at an art history movement such as Picasso's Blue Period or Surrealism, and exploring that a little bit and learning a little bit about the art history, and then taking that concept or art history period of time and then taking it to their next level and making their own piece. So really getting them to think critically and think creatively, but also internally. Like, what does this mean to me? How am I going to express this thought? And I think that taking that leap is something that's really exciting in 8th grade art. We do a lot of painting and drawing, and I told your students this. They're excited though, and I am there to help them if that's something that they're a little bit nervous about. Always making sure that I differentiate for every student. Every student is going to succeed. We just are finishing up our first project, so you can ask your student about their 5 design and how that went, and hopefully they're feeling really confident in their art making. It's one of the kids' favorite projects of the semester, so ask your student about that. If you have any questions about, you want to see the syllabus or our classroom expectations, we went over that on the 2nd day of school kind of briefly, but it is on Google Classroom and your student has access to that, so they can just pop open their Google Classroom, pass their Chromebook to you, and you can look at anything that I've got up there. I've got our daily routines of our sketch-a-days in our sketchbook, and each new unit that we do will have a folder on Google Classroom too. In my syllabus, I just talk about how, although I love teaching art, and if your students love art, then that's great too. But if they're like, oh, about art, don't worry, because I'm here to help them. I'm here to make sure that they have at least one awesome success, maybe, and hopefully more than that throughout the semester. And that's great. But at the end of the day, I'm a teacher because your kids' lives matter to me. And if they can walk away from the art room and feel a little bit more confident in themselves, or giving them skills like perseverance and grit that they can take elsewhere. Like, oh, this was really hard, but I remember when I did something hard in the art room and I just kept with it and I asked for help and I advocated for myself and I was really successful. So that's my goal. I love art and I love teaching our kids art, but I really want to give them those 21st century skills that they are going to need to be high school students, college students, and really successful adults in their lives. Yeah, so that's about it. If you want to connect with me, my email is awesome. I get it all day long, so you can connect with me. That's an awesome way to connect. Also, if you don't follow our Van Hoosen Art Instagram page, Mrs. Lou Allen, who also teaches art at Van Hoosen, her and I run an Instagram page. It's at VHMS Viking Art, and we'll post stories sometimes of like what we're doing in class. But we always post like end product and projects so you can see what your kids have done, fun little creative tidbits and things like that. So that's always a great way to connect too. All right, 8th grade parents, let me know if you need anything, reach out if you want to, and thanks for being here.